All right. Well, joining us now is Republican Congressman Matt Rosendale. He's from the state of Montana. He voted against the StopGap spending measure this afternoon that House Republicans put forward. Congressman, thanks for being here on the Hill. You just heard us talk about, some of what could potentially happen, but you were inside the room of a pretty major meeting just a little while ago among House Republicans. I hear that you spoke in that meeting with Kevin McCarthy. What'd you say?
Yes, I did. Yeah, so what I would like to see is we demonstrated this past week just how fast the House of Representatives can do its job and get appropriation bills passed. It's not just our obligation to the American people, but it's statutorily required to pass the 12 appropriation bills. And as Mr. Mulvaney knows, this is the only way to truly fund government in a responsible and transparent fashion. That's what we're working towards. So my comments were, we should have done this in June the 1st. We should have done this July the 1st. We could have done this August the 1st. We didn't, but we find ourselves where we are. So my comments are, let's compress down the schedule that's been laid out. Let's get the next tranche of appropriation bills brought forward. Let's get them over to the Rules Committee. I stayed last weekend. I worked on the Rules Committee amendments and authorizations, and then we brought them out to the floor. We worked till 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but we were able to bring all 4 of those bills up, appropriation bills, past 3 of them. So, I voted for all 4, so we can move forward.
And the translation for our audience at home is you put forth individual bills, and that's part of the strategy versus lumping a bunch of things together and extending
it's not just
this government.
Yeah.
No, go on.
It's not just a strategy, Blake. It's statutorily required for us to do that. We had also an agreement at the very beginning of this year. We changed the rules. We restored the rules in the House of Representatives so that we would only consider single subject legislation. So not only do the rules require it in the House of Representatives, but statutorily, we're supposed to pass the 12 appropriation bills.
Okay, we were talking about some of the impacts. Here they are if there is a government shutdown as well. 1.3 million active duty military, 59,000 Customs and Border Patrol on duty would not get paid during a shutdown. Essential federal government employees, which Ashley talked about, TSA and air traffic controllers work, but they would not get paid. Federal nutrition assistance for women and children for 7 million people suspended, and that is just a few items. This idea of potentially getting behind a 2-week stopgap measure so stuff like that doesn't happen. Would you support that?
Sure. Now, I've been very clear that I wouldn't support a continuing resolution. A continuing resolution, by very definition, extends Nancy Pelosi's spending levels and Joe Biden's policies. I just spent 2 years voting against all of that. And so that's
what would you say to those 7 million women and children? What would you say to those 7 million women and children if they're in your district?
So what I will tell you, Blake, is that with the bills that we've already passed, we're sending those over to the Senate. We're talking about funding 70% of the government. We're talking about, well, the military will get checks sent out today, tomorrow. So those checks are going to be going out. And we're going to send out the Department of Defense appropriations bill. We're going to have Homeland Security sent over to the Senate. So we will have greater than 70% of the government, the appropriation bills for them, sitting over in the Senate. We sent the military construction VA bill over to the Senate weeks ago. And so the Senate has not passed out a single solitary appropriations bill. So while I'm not really happy about where we are and why our leadership has failed us and allowed us to get to this point where we should have been passing these bills out 2 months ago, we are here, but at least now it is taking place.
Congressman, I got to run, but real quickly, Kevin McCarthy, in your view, in your estimation, sir, did he save his job or to be determined?
I think that's to be determined. We'll see what kind of coalition is put forward going forward to see if it's more Democrats than Republicans.
Got it. Congressman, you've been on the show before. Thank you for the time today, and thanks for coming on back. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.